Hey everybody, my name is Parshva Bavishi, Product Specialist at IEEE, Member in Geographic Activities. We're here at Day 3 CES 2015, and unfortunately the Young Professionals presence is coming to a close. But before we leave, I'd like to get the final closing thoughts from our two fellow volunteers. Take it away, Mario and Matt.
Thanks, Parsh. You know, it's been a tremendous time being here at CES for the past 3 days, and if I were to summarize it all with just one word, that one word would be disruptive. We're seeing a lot of disruptive technologies around us. Many of these things that we're seeing have not even been around the past 3 years, so it's truly a disruptive environment here. Even some of the massive Fortune 500 company CEOs are saying that in order to continue to innovate, their companies have to be disruptive. They have to think like entrepreneurs in order to continue to sustain their business models. And you know, if I look around, probably the top 3 things that I'm seeing that are really important for young professionals to look at and to focus on perhaps in their careers and in their studies. Number 1 would be, I guess, the wearables. So we're seeing a lot of innovation in the healthcare space and sports medicine, which is really interesting, you know, keeping track of your calorie counts and things like that. Number 2 would be in robotics. So we're seeing a lot of drones just flying around CES. It's been a wild time here. And number 3, what are we seeing? What else are we seeing here? No, we're seeing, right, I was going to say 3D printing is still around. So 3D printing has just gone to whole new levels here. We're seeing things like chocolate printers. You know, yesterday I saw a chocolate bar printed in the shape of a pretzel, and I got to eat it. So that was pretty crazy. So yeah, those are my top 3 things. And Matt, what are you thinking?
So I'm just going to go ahead and agree with everything you said. You know, very disruptive, very cool things we've been seeing here at CES. Just to add to your 3 things, you know, what's important for young professionals, in my opinion, you always have to be pushing those limits. And maybe the 3 things that I would comment on that's obviously pushing these limits is, number 1, right off the bat, is the Mercedes-Benz Keynote talk where they unveiled their autonomous vehicle. You know, it's no longer a driverless car; it's an autonomous vehicle, which I think is always pushing the limit. Number 2, again, in my opinion, is Internet of Everything. It's no longer the Internet of Things. You know, pushing those limits, pushing those boundaries. We are the future young professionals. Internet of Everything is literally pushing the boundary. We are all connected. Again, maybe a 3rd and final thing that I think to add to this list is maybe 8K television, 98-inch 8K television, ultra HD. You know, again, pushing those limits. 5 years ago, what we had 1080p. This is more than 8 times the resolution of that. So I think, you know, pushing those boundaries is an excellent theme to this year's CES.
Thanks, guys. So there you have it. Some incredible things we've seen so far, and you know, a great new technology. But in order for you guys to learn more, stay tuned with us. Follow us on Facebook, and please read our newsletters. It's IEEE Young Professionals signing out from Las Vegas, Nevada, CES 2015. Thanks, everybody.
Peace.